Continuing to delve into Mareh Yaakov, as with every week's shiur, we're going to begin with something from Parshat Shavuot. So this week we read Parshat Vayakhel, and Vayakhel has sort of the completion part of Parshat Truma. Truma told us how each of the structures of the Mishkan were to be built, and Vayakhel tells us how they actually built it. And there are some very fine distinctions between how they were told to have things built and how they built things. And one of these distinctions involves the stones that went into the ephod and onto the Cohen's shoulders, and they were the Midrash tells us that these stones were given. Well, the pasuk tells us that these stones were given by the Nisim, by the princes of each tribe. But what happened? The princes waited until they saw what everybody else had brought, and then they brought whatever was left over. So if we look very closely at the notes, when they're told to bring the stones, Avnei Shoham, in Parshat Truma, we have a Zakef Gadol on top of the word Avnei Shoham. So we have a three-part note, but all of the notes are sort of together. So they're told, together with everyone else, you should bring the most expensive item. But what happens in this week's parsha? Avnei Shoham, at the very beginning and at the very end of the word, is where the notes are placed. So they were told to do it at the beginning, but they only did it the very last thing. And we see the story of the Nisim bringing the stones, waiting for everybody else, in the way the note changes from Parshat Truma to Parshat Vayakhel. From the beginning to the end, and they were supposed to have brought it together with everyone else. So that's our lesson from the parsha.
Cool. Hang on.